Hello, guys. I'm back, and this week we have Gameboys episode 10. I'm excited, and here I've got some lager beer with me. So if you want to drink with me, cheers. And let's get started.
Game.
Okay, your timer starts now. Category is movie.
English.
May kinalaman sa amin.
Dumb and Dumber.
Gaga? Syunga ba tayo?
Mali ba?
Ilang words ba?
3 words.
Ay, mauubos na yung oras, oh.
Ano yan? Baliw?
Ay! Ah! Alam ko na! Alam ko na! Crazy Beautiful You!
Doon! Tama!
Sabi ko na eh! My favorite Cat BL movie! Okay, Kai, ikaw na
Game.
next. Ready?
Okay.
Timer starts now. Category is song.
I will always love you. God gave me you. He's in love.
Wow! Alam mo, wala ka talagang pinapalampas sa opportunity lumande, no?
Ganun talaga. Every landi is a blessing.
Truly! Alam mo
Okay na,
yan.
ganito na yung baby ko. Sige na, ito na. Focus na. Game.
May kinalaman sa'yo? I love you, goodbye. Where do broken hearts go? Bleeding love?
Uy!
None of those I've ever heard of.
Songs on top of my head lang.
Ano yan? Hirap naman.
Ay! Alam ko na sobrang obvious na eh. Living on a jet plane!
Tama!
Yun. Galing mo talaga, Pearl.
Ako pa ba?
Teka, ano namang connect nun sa baby ko? Ano connect nun sa'yo, baby?
Ano kasi, wala naman siya sinabing may connect sa kanya eh. Ang sabi niya, focus sa kanya. Ay,
Okay.
I suck at these games.
oh my God, I'm so excited for tomorrow.
Are they gonna meet each other tomorrow?
Tulog kayo ng maaga, ha?
Okay po, Mayora.
Can't wait!
Mas excited ka pa sa amin, Pearl.
Hey, baby.
Hi, baby.
Oh.
Sarap talaga pahinga pagaling sa'yo.
Yung ko sa'yo. Alam mo kung ano mas masarap? Ito!
Yes.
Anong baby, excited na talaga ako para bukas. Magkikita na tayo. Hindi na ako makatulog eh.
Oo nga eh.
Excited ka na, Dali?
Sakto lang.
Sakto lang. Ikaw nga nagplano na itong lahat ng to eh.
Siyempre, mamaya di ka naman makarating dyan eh.
Asus! Sabi ka na rin sa akin.
He will.
Wala ka nga dyan. Uy, kailan pala start ng classes nyo?
Bakit?
Wala alam.
Ini-imagine mo na rin siguro, ano?
Wala na naman.
Siyempre, pag graduate na ako, mag-work na ako. Tapos, kagaling ko sa work. Paghahanda mo ko ng dinner. Tapos tatanungin mo, kamusta yung araw ko?
Lul. Di ako mag-stay sa bahay.
Right. I don't think Kai is a
Sige, ako na sa
stay-home.
Tapos,
Husband.
syempre, galing ka sa work, sasalubuhan ka ulit kita ng kiss, tsaka ng hug. Tapos, mamassage ko yung likod mo kasi pagod ka galing sa work eh.
Lakas. Sira? Uy, pwede kasi pareho tayo mag-work, di ba?
Sabi ko na, ini-imagine mo na rin eh.
Hindi. Ang sinasabi ko lang, pwede kasi nating parehong gawin yan.
Oh.
Sa bagay, pareho tayo.
Husband and husband.
Pero, syempre, dapat sa bahay, pareho din tayong caring and loving husbands.
Right.
Yan ka na naman eh. Fans ka na naman mag-isip. Di ba tinatanong ko lang kung kailan start ng classes mo?
Ganun talaga, baby. Tapos, baby, syempre, pwede rin tayo kasal sa Taiwan kasi meron silang marriage equality dun eh. So, ano,
Good choice.
Baby, excited talaga ako para bukas.
Did they just not listen to Pearl and went to bed super late? Ooh. Going live while showering. Wow. They have Gav have so many clothes. Not the pink one.
Hindi naman ang baby
I don't
ko.
like the pink one.
Kulero.
Oh, hindi ah. Parang aga mo yata mag-prepare. Paalis pa lang ako dito, dadaan pa ako doon sa isang ospital. Tapos kita na tayo?
Ayaw nga kasing nalilate. Hoy, Gab. Mag-iingat ka.
Oo naman, baby. Alam mo, hindi naman ako bababa ng car eh. Di-deliver ko lang yung meals para sa frontliners, tapos yung sa staff, si Pearl na yung bahala. Okay?
Okay.
Tapos baby, yung ano pala...
Gab. Hello. Uy, Gab. Ano naman nangyari? Wala.
Baby, nawalan ako ng internet. Balis na rin naman
It's
ako.
always the internet.
Nap ka muna.
Yeah. Kai's a nap baby. He loves a good nap.
Okay, baby. Get your beauty sleep.
Pearl.
Hoy, Boylet, ano ba? Anong petsa na, no? Kanina ka pa namin tinatawagan.
Ha? Hala, napasarap yata tulog ko.
Ay, sabi nga ni Gav, paano ba naman kasi hanggang 3 a.m. magkausap pa kayo yan tuloy?
Teka, nasan daw ba siya?
Nasa ospital na pasunod na nga din ako eh.
Okay, sige, punta na ako.
Hoy, teka! Ang gulo-gulo ng buhok mo, ang gusot-gusot pa ng damit mo, maghilamos ka kaya muna.
Exactly.
Oo nga.
Look at the
Sige,
hair.
wait lang.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Uh-oh.
Uy, paalis na rin ako, teka.
Okay lang, baby. Balit ka pa ng damit, ha? Relax ka lang, baby.
This one is
Hinihintay ko pa
much
na yung second
better.
batch na food na prepare namin. Kulang pa rin dala ko, eh.
Ha, ganun? Gav, may oras nandun sa pupuntahan natin, ha? Tsaka pinayagan na nga lang tayo dun dahil kaibigan ni Papa yung nagbabantay, eh.
Akong bahala, okay? Kakausapin natin yan.
Cairo, grocery lang ako saglit. Dala ko yung kotse, balik din ako agad.
Laputik.
Oh, baby, bakit?
Kinamit daw kasi ni Kuya yung kotse. Nagpaalam na nga ako na gagamitin ko yun. Kainis.
Gusto mo sundin na lang kita dyan?
Hindi. Wag na. Di ba may hinintay ka pa dyan? Saka...
Please don't
baka
take
mapalayo ka pa
away
eh.
Kai's
Sabi lang
car.
naman daw si Kuya, eh. Baka pabalik na rin yun.
Sige. Basta
Oh,
pag
you already
matagal, magsabi ka lang, ha?
You already
Sundin
taken
na
it.
talaga kita dyan.
Okay, sige.
Kuya, saan ka na? Sabi ko naman sa'yo, di ba? Aalis ako. Natusan ako ni Mama. Saan ka ba kasi pupunta? Magkikita na kami ni Gav. Ala, shucks. Sorry. Eto na, cashier na ako. Abalang pila.
Oh my god.
Hoy, ano, hindi pa rin kayo magkasama?
Papunta na ako, kaso hindi pa dumarating si Kuya, eh. Siguro subukan ko mag-book ng Grab, no?
Okay lang, baby. Sundin na lang kita dyan.
Sayang, baka hindi tayo umabot sa oras ng venue.
Oh, sweet!
Sweet ang baby ka, ano?
Ang sweet dun.
Siyempre. Halata naman na gusto mo maging special yung first natin. Oh, shit!
Gabriel,
Gav, what's happening?
baby.
Hoy, huwag ka magbiro ng ganyan,
Baby,
ah.
uy, ano ba? Baby,
Gav, I
please.
swear!
Masarap talaga pakinggan pag galing sa'yo, baby.
Gav, what the hell?
Tik naman. Kung nalang biro, hindi na nakakatuwa, ah.
Hoy, hindi ako nagbibiro, ha? Naplatan kasi ako ng group kaya bumagsak yung phone ko. Tignan nyo pa. Oh. Ayan, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank God you're okay. Hoy, ikaw talaga pinag-alala mo na naman kami.
Kaya nga tinabi ko pa tong kotse. Sorry na.
Oh.
Basta alam mo na ako pinapahirapan.
Oh, baby. Bakit ka naman mahirapan?
Kala mo ba madali to?
Bakit? Alin ba hindi madali?
I'll let you boys talk, ha?
It's not the time for playing game. Wait.
Bakit?
Gusto ni Mama lumipat na kami sa bukid nun.
Bakit parang wala ka naman sinabi na sa akin na ganyan, baby? Bakit parang ang bilis naman?
Kapag nagkita tayo, doon ko sana sabihin sa'yo.
Sure na ba yan? Baka magbago pa isip ni Mama, kailan ba yan?
Kapag pwede na kami mag-book ng flights. Kapag pumayag na yung bukid doon, LGU, gusto kasi talaga ni Mama lumipat na kami doon. So, mapanatag daw siya ron.
Ikaw ba, baby?
Nakakainis ka. Kasi napalapit na ako sa'yo eh. Hindi. Yung totoo, nahulog na ako sa'yo. Excited na ako sa mga plano natin. Sanay na ako sa'yo. Sanay na ako sa'yo, Gab. Na araw-araw kitang kausap, na araw-araw kitang sinusungitan.
Baby, pwede mo pa rin naman ako sungitan eh. Pwede naman wala magbago kung hayaan mo lang ako. Alam ko, malayo yung bukid doon, pero pag-ipunan ko, mapuntahan lang kita. Gusto mo sundan na kita doon eh.
Hindi, wag. Nandito yung buhay mo. Ayoko maging selfish.
Anong selfish doon? Desisyon ko naman yun ah.
Sinasama mo lang yan ngayon. Paano kapag nagtagal-tagal?
Handa ako sumugal para sa'yo, baby. Sugal naman ako.
Sugal? Hindi kasi ito sugal. Hindi na tayo naglalaro dito. Gav! Gav!
He's stuck. Ugh.
Ano kaya nangyari dun? Tuloy pa kaya yun? Kita pa ba kami? Pearl, tinawagan ka na ba ni Gav?
Hindi pa rin eh. Palagay ko nasira yung phone nun, di ba bumagsak kanina? Ay, huwag ka masyadong mag-alala.
Nasaan na kaya yun? Siraan pa ng sasakyan, bisit? Hindi na siguro tutuloy yan.
Ano ka ba? Marunong magpalit ng gulong yun, no?
Paano kung nagbago yung isip niya?
Alam mo, ikaw talaga, boylet. Ang
Baka
dami.
ayaw niya na ako makita, pre. Eh, paano rin naman kasi ako makakapunta doon, di ba? Tagal-tagal ni Kuya eh. Haba-haba doon ng pila sa grocery. Ano, masakyan ko. Sobrang galit ko yung tignan. Sobrang disappointed siguro, naalis na ako. Pakisabi na lang sa kanya, salamat na lang sa lahat, ha?
Ano, tapos ka na? Tapos ka na? Alam mo, ikaw talaga, sobrang drama queen mo. Magkikita kayo, kasi kung hindi man, sayang naman yung pagpunta ko, no?
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm on my way! I'll see you in 10 minutes, okay? Mag-freshen up ka na.
Hindi na, Pearl. Wag na. Nakakaya.
Pearl, you're the hero!
Huwag na ako sa'yo. Huwag mong antayin kalad ka rin kita palabas ng kondo mo, ha? O ano, tumayo ka na! Abangan mo ako sa lobby, ha?
Sige, Pearl.
Okay! Bye!
See you!
See you!
Kung ano ito, nakakalito,
Finally, with Pearl.
totoo. Oo na, manalo
We're almost there!
ko ng iyong tiyan.
Pearl, kinakabahan ako.
Normal lang yan.
Paano kapag di siya dumating?
Then he's an idiot.
Paano kapag walang magic? Di ba sabi
Cairo, my story is different from yours, okay?
baka magbago isip niya. Baka ayaw niya na sa akin.
He
Alam mo,
won't
tama,
stop
no?
doubting. Ah! He's behind you! He's behind you! He's behind you!
Gaga, hindi humarap ka! Wait. Flip mo yung camera. Gusto ko makita si Gab.
Ah!
Okay. I'm gonna leave you guys, ha? Okay, bye!
Thanks, Pearl.
I'm proud of you, baby boy! Bye!
San ba dadalhin ng ngiti natin ang pagtingin sa'yo't sa
He even brings flowers.
layo ating mga
And there's literally nobody on the streets.
para sa pag-ibig na mula sa isang laro.
No, don't. Ah.
Para sa pag-ibig na mula sa isang laro.
Ay, baby. Ano ba rin sa personal yan?
Bulero.
Ba't ka umiiyak?
Bakit? Ikaw rin naman ah.
Piece of joy. Siyempre, sa wakas kasama ko na yung mahal ko.
Mahal mo?
Wala nang iba. O ba't masalo ka umiiyak? May nasabi ba akong masama, baby?
Wala, may napatunayan lang ako.
Na ano, mas gawa pala ako sa personal.
Gago!
Stop it.
Napatunayan ko totoo. Mahal din kita. Oh, baby. Ito mas lalo umiyak dyan.
Hindi kasi ito yung na-imagine ko eh.
Because he's been waiting for so long.
Sira ka talaga. Sabi mo, sumugal ako, di ba? O,
Don't be silly.
Hindi ko lang alam kung ano mangyayari sa atin kung mag-work ba to. Kasi totoo lang, takot ako eh. Ito, lahat na to. Ngayon ko lang ba naramdaman? Ngayon lang. Kaya naninibago pa ako. Pero ngayon, kaya ko sumugal. Kasi hindi ko yata kayang mawala ka. Paano na to ah? Hindi na tayo naglalaro. Ako naman magtatanong. Pass or play?
Hey.
Yes.
Surprise!
Ano yan?
Ano kasi, gusto mo na akong yakapin eh. Ginawa kita, para sa'yo yan, baby.
Ah, wow, salamat ha.
Noon,
What?
Paano ba kasi yan?
Hindi, lagyan mo muna dito yung flowers. Okay. Tapos, pasok mo yung camera dito.
Ito?
Oo, pasok mo lang, baby.
Gago.
Oh my god.
Baby, pasok mo.
Sira. Eh, ikaw?
Pasok ka na.
Uh,
Game?
G.
baby. Sobra na, baby.
Tago, di pa nga tayo nagkikiss eh. Ulul. Uy, sige na. Please, baby. Please.
Ano?
Hindi, gusto din. Try lang natin. Ikaw bahala.
Puso natin mulyo'y magkadikit. Mahal ko, giliw, di kita ipapabalik. Ako'y nasasabi, ako'y nasasabi, sa yakap mo't halik. Puso ko'y sa'yo, kunin mo na
Oh my God!
Sabi sa'yo, girl, ang galing.
This is too much. Oh my god. It's still somewhat hard to process this. Okay, so I'm back with my afterthoughts. I have a lot of afterthoughts. Before that, I just grab another beer and let's cheers for they finally meet each other. Cheers. Okay, I want to start by talking about Kai's character's evolution. I think, okay, on one hand, I'm very glad that Kai finally learns how to express himself freely. Well, not quite how to, but I think he finally learns to express himself freely, right? And show his love for Gav in a very natural way. Whether it's the way he calls Gav or just being very honest about his happiness or disappointment. When he told Gav, I feel closer to you, I've already fallen for you, and I'm already used to having you around. It's just so heartfelt, right? And I remember in the 8th episode, when he read the letter from his dad, right? His dad told him that he would forgive him, but he want Kai to forgive himself as well. I think by that, I think his dad really mean that, forgiving is to accept himself, right? So I think this episode, he finally, reaches there. I think he fully accepts himself for who he is, and accepting his feelings for Gav and embrace it, right? So it's really heartwarming to see that, really. I'm really happy to see that. But on the other hand, I think Kai still needs to learn how to do this right. Because, when he expressed himself, I think maybe it's because he finally is able to express himself freely, without holding back by his sexuality. So he starts to sort of acting capriciously, just like when Gav got the flat tire, right? Kai start the blame game, which at that moment I was really pissed. I'm sorry, because I was like, not this time, please, Gav, please, Kai, not this time. Yeah, I think that was him showing a lot of aptitude and being very capricious, and he shouldn't have done that. I just feel like it's really unfair for Gav to bear that blame, because it was him that's doing all the effort, coming a long way to meet Kai, right? So yeah, Kai definitely has a long way to go in terms of better communication with Gav. Now that he finally feels free to express himself, he still needs to learn how to. Okay. Next, I want to talk about this very interesting findings that I have. It is about how the director and the writer reverse the cause and the consequence, and showing the beauty of the unknown. Okay, I'm glad that Kai and Gav finally meet each other, right? But think of this. So they're finally able to meet each other, but hadn't they had the conflict during that flat tire? If they have not had that conflict, that the argument, right? I think the meeting scene wouldn't be so heartwarming, because they're gonna have a lot of doubts, especially Kai. And he would feel a huge sense of guiltiness for Gav because he's gonna leave. And Gav, in turn, has to comfort him and assuring him that he's gonna be with him. Whether it's move away with him, something like that. But it's just gonna make the whole scene look so dragging. And you know what? Kai is actually very clear about Gav's determination, and there was not one doubt that Kai has on Gav's love and loyalty. And he really did not need a lot of confirmation and promises from Gav, because I think all he needs is the confirmation and assurance from himself. That's why during a video call during that argument, they actually didn't bother talking about the actual plans, but really it was the back and forth game of my guiltiness versus your decision, right? So I think it's almost like the director played a joke on them and play a joke on us. He was like, "See, guys, you two can just figure it out by a video call, and it's not the plans or the decisions that matter to you both. And Kai, don't fool yourself with that ceremonial ideas. You thought the cause was that you need to tell Gav you have to move away, so you wanted to meet him and see him as a consequence. Or in other words, you thought the cause was because it was going to be your first and also last date that you want to meet Gav in person as a consequence. But don't fool yourself, Kai, because rather, in fact, the cause was simply because you just wanted to meet Gav. You know, out of a natural desire. And as a consequence, you want to try every effort not to make that meet your last meet. Yeah, see that? I think this is so brilliant that they sort of reverse this cause and consequence by adding that scene, that flat tire and that argument scene. So, you know, the cause and consequences got totally reversed. This twist is so brilliant. Why does this reverse or this twist hold? Why is this valid? So I already said it. I think Kai also already has the determination and desire in him that he's gonna love Gav no matter what. And the meet in person is just to win himself that ultimate confirmation, right? And so by reversing the cause and the consequence, it perfectly shows the beauty of unknown, because you can never plan a perfect plan or predict which is going to happen first, the cause or the consequence, right? So again, applause to the director and the writer, because if this episode is originally planned to be the end, it's a really good ending. On the surface, we know that the possibility of their future is unknown, but also now we know that exactly that this unknown is not made intentionally by ending this season and leaving a cliffhanger, right? But rather, they fully, really embrace the idea of the unknown. So yeah, that's about this point. And so this leads to my next point. The beauty of the unknown leads me to think of Gav, this character. I always have sort of a conflicted understanding about this Gav, this character. I mean, how should I try to understand his loyalty and his perseverance, like, throughout? It has been very consistent. Like, throughout the show, he just presented himself as a perfect lover. Although, you know, some parts he could have done better, but I think he's almost like 99%. Like, very close to being perfect. And so, to me, it's almost like it's an idealistic character. And normally I don't like that. I don't like a character that's portrayed as being very idealistic. I mean, he's got more experience in terms of relationships and dealing with the loss of the families, but you know, which makes him more mature. And also he's got a strong support system, which is mainly consists of Pearl, who is the real hero, by the way, in this episode, right? I think we all agree on that. But still, I don't think these reasons are fully convincing to me. But now that I think I get the idea of the director, of the idea of that the unknown is so beautiful, Gav may be the perfect demonstration of that, of this idea. I think he's fully embracing the unknown, and he loves to explore the unknown future, which might be the primary source for his never-ending passion and determination. So that's that's for my understanding about Gav, this character. And next, which is my last point, this point is sort of off the topic, but it's still embedded within within the context of this episode. It might not be the main storyline of this episode, but I just feel like that I want to talk about it. And so please bear with me if it might sound a bit long to you. So my last point is actually about that ceremonial point that I made earlier. So because Kai actually holds this idea that there is a solemnness or ceremonial meaning to the meeting in person, right? So he felt that the necessity to meet Gav in order to tell him what's happened. But I think he just wanted to meet Gav, and I think it's because he's always been like using those video snippets to record his feelings. So he actually values this in-person meet more importantly. And in fact, I do agree that meeting in person does bear more solemnness to it within the context of today. And in movies and in dramas, I think this solemnness is often symbolized. Normally you see in romantic dramas scenes like lovers meeting on a pedestrian bridge with never-ending car flows underneath, right? Or something like the beach by the sea, or on top of the mountain with complex city skylines, something like that. Very symbolic. And not just in motion pictures, but also in writings. You feel the motion of the scene, even without having people in it, right? We accept that human has the ability to project their emotions to the surrounding environment, and our art expressions use this sort of as a formula, right? And this is why I feel bizarre about seeing the skyscrapers, the wide but empty streets in their meeting scene. Even though I know it's pandemic, so it's perfectly normal that it looks like that, right? But still, these skyscrapers, which used to be the symbol for power, capitalism, and the vitality of the city, now just standing there bleakly as if they're just dead statues, and they're just emotionless, right? In contrast to the two enlightened souls who are meeting each other for the first time. And it seems as if the whole world belonged to them at that moment. So, yeah, it's a sharp contrast, and it's a bizarre feeling watching that scene. And more than that, it makes me rethink the deeper layer of us as humans. Because the physical world enables us to perform physical gestures that has long been the protocol for human interactions since we became humans, right? We kneel, we wave, we hug, it's etc. Right? And the physical environment is inseparable because there is always a pinpoint time and location to that gesture, which is carved in our memories. And I think that's where the solemnness and the ceremonialism lie. But all of a sudden, this pandemic and also the internet, the fast development of internet, detach us from the physical world, and we have to adopt this new protocol of 6 feet apart and sort of to learn to readapt to this environment that we are used to be familiar with. So this is very odd and very bizarre. And it just makes me rethink that all these, like if in the future, due to the pandemic, another pandemic, or other limitations, human cannot project their emotions and feelings to the surroundings, but mostly they have to use digital media to perform those gestures, just like Kai's video snippets, those that do not really have a time or a space dimension to it. What's it gonna be like? And I know some people might be pessimistic about it, but I'm pretty optimistic about it because I think like it's sort of the human civilization has been evolving, and we've gone through different types of media, right? In terms of how we express ourselves. And just now it happens to be the internet. I don't think I think there is just a lot of possibilities, and I embrace the beauty of unknown, right? So, I just connected the dots. So that's pretty much my afterthoughts for this episode. I can't say how happy I am because my busiest weeks have gone. I have left them behind. Now I am pretty much free during the weekend, so I'm able to make the reaction video pretty much on schedule. So yeah, I'm excited. And thanks for watching, and hope you guys are safe and healthy. See you next time. Bye.